All right, so we're here with LPG rep Caity Heap. Katie, let's talk about LPG soccer. The growth and expansion of the department over the last several months is very noticeable by the market. Can you talk about that and what's been key to your success?
Yeah, I think over the last 6 months, we've really grown the department. Jake has been a great mentor and a big help to growing the soccer department. For 2020, I just want to continue to grow and educate about what exactly we do at LPG.
So, people that are interested in learning more about LPG and your department, what would you tell them is the gist of what you do as far as college recruiting goes?
So we help high school athletes earn scholarships to play collegiate sports through digital marketing and social media. On top of all that, I personally mentor our prospects and their families through the entire college recruiting process. I'm also contacting college coaches on a regular basis.
So, the growth of the department has obviously been significant. What's been your favorite part about the job and working with these young and talented athletes?
I think it's just connecting with these high school athletes. They're at a level that, they're kind of unsure what's going to happen for their future. And, I've been through the process. I know how it goes. So my favorite part is mentoring all of my prospects through that, not only on the field, but also off the field.
So you obviously were a Division One player playing at Texas Tech. Played for Coach Tom Stone, who is obviously still there. What is one thing that you would tell your younger prospects of what you learned while you were at Tech and what you learned from Coach Stone?
The biggest thing is to trust the process. It is a long process. These high school athletes, just like in college, you're going to develop over 4 years. So you have time to develop. In regards to college recruiting, you need to start early because it's getting earlier and earlier that these college coaches are looking at players. Obviously, when you start early, you have more time. So you don't want to be coming in as a senior, where you have a few months to figure out where exactly you want to go.
What are some things that prospects that are in middle school and high school, what are some things that they should be looking for within their own game to know whether they're progressing or whether they're regressing or staying the same? What are some things that they need to look for, and what are some things that you look for as a scout, as a pro, and as a coach?
Yeah, I think if they're going to look at their own game, I think they need to just look at themselves. Like, are they doing, one thing, two things to get better each and every day? Because those few things will add up. And if you're grinding a little bit every single day, again, it adds up, and you'll be more successful and better as you get older. Kind of what I look for in players, not only, obviously talent wise, skill wise, but how they are on the field. Are they hard workers? What's their body language? Similar things, exactly what college coaches look for. Obviously, they want skilled players, but where can they fit into the system I run? What's their body language? Are they leaders on the field? Do they give up on plays? Things like that.
What are some of the things that college coaches ask you about when it comes to prospects, and what would you tell parents and prospects out there that, hey, this is what college coaches are asking about the most?
So academics is number one, is what they look at. Number two is how they are off the field, because they don't want to have these players come into their program and cause trouble, going to parties, doing things that they're not supposed to be doing.
What would you tell your prospects, both active and the ones that will be committed, is the most important thing when it comes to playing soccer and having success at the highest level that they possibly can?
Give it 110% each and every day, not only on the field, off the field, in the classroom. Because again, you're just going to benefit from that because it is a process. So you're going to come in as a freshman, brand new, not knowing what is going to happen. But if you give 110%, um, you can't ask for anything else.
What was the most surprising thing that you found out at the college soccer level of once you got to the Division One level? What was something that really stuck out to you as, wow, this is a little bit different than high school?
I would just say the level of players. At each level you go up, the physicality increases, speed of play increases. Obviously, the talent of players increases. So club soccer, you're going to have an array of players. Like, you're not as good players to your best players, right? All throughout that. College again is a little bit smaller. Then when you get to the pro level, everybody's going to be up in this top area. So you have to find ways to kind of stand out and You do that through recovery, eating all the right kinds of foods, and then again, just bringing it 110% each and every day.
Some of your prospects right now are dealing with injuries. You have a lot of experience getting through those. How do you keep their spirits up?
I just think I tell them to remember their goals and dreams and what they want to accomplish, because those can kind of get them through those tough times. Also, leaning on family, they can talk to me about, kind of what they're going through emotionally. But again, I think, with injuries, they need to take care of it now. So it's really hard. I understand it now, but as a young player, I wanted to get back out onto the field very quickly after an injury, but it necessarily wasn't at 100%. So, there's chances of re-injury, and now some prospects are kind of going through that right now. And, what I would say to them is just make sure it's 100% before you get back, because they're young and, injuries are going to happen, but you don't want a reoccurring injury.
What's a prototypical week look like for you training wise, whether you're in season or out of season?
Yeah, my schedule right now is I train 5 times a week in the mornings, and now I'm going to start incorporating soccer probably 3 times a week in the evenings. So pretty rigorous schedule, but we kind of adjust the workouts and soccer drills and things like that as how my body feels, basically.
So, Caity, we've been hearing a lot about Stetson Buttrill from Prosper, Texas. He's a young kid. We know that he's a goal scorer. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you like about him as a prospect and why you signed him?
So his speed is really good. He has really good height as a forward. He's going to be one of those target forwards at the next level. He's a really great goal scorer, so I think he'll be really dominant in that regard. So producing at the next level, he will be really good at and can make an impact in a college program.
When did you first start noticing that your skill level was superior to the other players on the field, and how did you develop that skill set growing up?
So I think at a young age, my parents, especially my dad, kind of saw that I stood out from the rest of my teammates. I played on a boys team growing up, so I think that really helped with my development and kind of my toughness. But as I got into club soccer and things like that, you know, I just love the game so much that I wanted to be the best version of myself. So, I was always doing that extra work. I'm not the biggest, fastest, strongest, but I can outsmart and outplay anyone, with my soccer brain and kind of my tactical awareness. I can see the field really well. And I think that attests to all the soccer I watched kind of growing up. Um, but yeah, I always kind of just stuck out as a leader on my teams, and just continued to develop and grind each day and get better.
So tell us about the influence that your parents and your family has had on your professional career. You've obviously made it to an extremely high level. And what has that family support been like?
Yeah, my parents have always supported me in pretty much anything I ever wanted to pursue. But the moment my dad kind of showed me soccer, I fell in love. And since then, my mom and my dad have, taken me to, any practice, any games, all the tournaments. They really provided me growing up with, any opportunity that was out there for me. They were willing to, get me to. So, I thank them for, supporting me in that. And then, at the professional career in college, my college career, they were at every single game. In the stands, I knew I could ask my dad, hey, how did I play? I'm my toughest critic, but I could ask him, what did you see? And, we could talk soccer.
There's a lot of people in the soccer world that have noticed what you're doing with LPG and the college recruiting and the development of your department and of these young prospects. What has that feedback been like, hearing from former teammates and coaches and players, knowing what you're doing and how it's obviously so cutting edge?
Yeah, it's really exciting because, I've fallen in love with LPG and kind of, what we do here, and it's exciting to see uh, college coaches reaching out, former teammates reaching out, like saying, "Hey, what are you doing with LPG? Like, what is it?" And anyone that I explain LPG to, they like think it's the coolest thing in the world, and so I'm like so lucky to kind of been here, and Jake brought me on and started the soccer department.
Caity Heap, LPG soccer rep, rapid fire. You ready?
I'm ready.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Mountains or beach?
Beach.
Call of Duty or FIFA?
FIFA.
Pizza or burgers?
Pizza.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
Cardi B or Nicki Minaj?
Cardi B.
Premier League or La Liga?
Both.
Nope, you got to pick one.
I watch more English Premier League.
Okay. Instagram or Twitter?
Instagram.
Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix.
Goldfish or Cheez-Its?
Goldfish.
Candy or chocolate?
Candy.
Pancake or waffle?
Pancakes.
Text or phone call?
Text.
Winter or summer?
Summer.
Book or movie?
Book. Movie.
Singing or dancing?
Dancing.
Let's show us what you got. Hey, hey, hey. Superman or Batman?
Superman.
Milk or juice?
Juice.
Cookies or cake?
Cookies.
Skydiving or bungee jumping?
Neither.
Neither. Skiing or snowboarding?
Snowboarding. Peanut butter or jelly? Peanut butter.
Peanut butter or jelly? Good. Very good.